One of the biggest reasons for failure in organisations, both failure of an organisation or simply failure to meet objectives, is disconnect. Disconnect between levels of the organisation, disconnect between parts of the organisation, disconnect from the organisation to the vision of the organisation, the mission, goals, objectives, the strategy, and then the way that work is done. For an organisation to be effective, all of those things need to work together in harmony.
Adam, you talked about the three silos that were disconnected in context of strategic workforce planning, operational workforce planning that mainly is owned by finance departments, and also the operational planning of day-to-day work. What about the disconnection between these organizational parts who organize all these work day by day, like HR business partners, finance departments, production sites, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my time of doing this indicates that one of the biggest reasons for failure in organisations, both failure of an organisation or simply failure to meet objectives, is disconnect. Disconnect between levels of the organisation, disconnect between parts of the organisation, disconnect from the organisation to the vision of the organisation, the mission, goals, objectives, the strategy, and then the way that work is done. For an organisation to be effective, all of those things need to work together in harmony. Everyone needs to be pulling in the same direction, and so often I find tensions that are unhelpful in pulling different departments away, and you can end up with some parts competing against each other, and that's not good for an organisation. It's not good for its culture.
Understood. So I work as people analytics head and HRIT responsible at HDI Group, a very traditional insurance company in Germany. What I feel in my day-to-day work is data literacy as a key skill for almost everybody, not only in the HR function. Could deliver such a connection if there is a common understanding. So what advice can you give me in my day-to-day work to deliver a common understanding how data is used in an organization to establish exactly the connection we are missing?
The first part is what the organisation is trying to do. There's a lot of data that gets collected, but some of it is going to be of value, and some of it isn't going to be of value in those day-to-day operations. So much of it is around where is the organisation going, and then what is the information needed in order to maintain that, and then how does that information flow. Once you start to understand information, where the information needs to flow, then you can start to build not only capabilities around information, data, insights, but you can start to map out your broader processes to ensure that information is going to the right places, so that people have got the right evidence that they need to make the best business decisions.
When I talk to business leaders in different organizations, not only mine, especially in business models that are data-driven in itself, for example, insurance companies, when I ask them to just extend their capabilities to HR dimension of decision making, the answer is why. Why should I? I have enough experience in people management, so why should I take data-driven decision making in the HR context? What would be your answer on that resistance?
You're going to find lots of different resistance. Part of it will come down to simply scale, which is, though you might be talking to someone who gets this and understands it, is that where they're best placed to be spending their time? So part of this is going to be about getting other people, other technologies to help save them time so that they can focus on the things that are going to drive the best value. So that's certainly one step. The other reality to it is that there's lots that people need to have an eye on in the wider world, and you can either have a hubris of a CEO saying, I know all this, I can do it, or you can appreciate that there are a lot of factors that people will need to keep track of. And it means that you can do things faster. If you've got an organisation and who are empowered to be looking at the data, who understand the direction that they're going to, and can use data to do that, then you're not having to refer 3 steps up the hierarchical chain to get the answer to say, does the CEO agree or not? If everyone understands the direction that they're going, and the data's telling you that, act now.
Adam, thanks a lot for these
No worries.
insights.
Thank
It was
you.
a pleasure.
And you.